Welcome to the revolution.
A group of Border Patrol agents defied Uvalde police orders to remain outside of the school, and they were the ones who took down the shooter. Okay? So, all of those articles that are saying it was a tactical team, we knew what we were doing. Did ya? Because they defied your orders to go in there and save these children. And this is from Yahoo News. Okay? We're not fringe yet here. This is Yahoo News, okay? And the article of this, or the headline of this article says, Border Patrol agents defied Uvalde police orders to remain outside of school. All right, it says the Border Patrol agents who killed the school shooter in Uvalde, Texas on Tuesday entered the school on their own accord after local law enforcement requested that they hold back. Two senior federal law enforcement sources told NBC News on Friday. The officers from BORTAC, Border Patrol's tactical unit, arrived at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde from a location about 40 miles away, according to the New York Times. Agents from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's Homeland Security investigations arrived around the same time, the federal sources also told NBC. Local law enforcement asked the two teams to wait, and then tasked HSI agents with pulling school children out of the classroom windows. BORTAC agents waited about 30 minutes, and then decided to ignore local law enforcement's request to remain outside, entering the school and neutralizing the gunman. That's who did this. How much longer would this have gone on? How much longer if these guys, these heroes, the ones who actually did their jobs, not even their jobs, they're Border Patrol. They don't need to be jumping into school windows. They're Border Patrol. There was a SWAT team there. And these are the individuals that took this coward down. Not even a man, coward. And they waited there for 30 minutes. And imagine how long those 30 minutes felt like, especially if you're somebody who believes what's going on is wrong. They must have oh my God, I cannot imagine the heart wrench. Again, with all of the sounds, all of the agony, all of the chaos, all the parents. And then you sit there and watch the parents get tasered and pepper sprayed. 30 minutes they sat outside. And then finally they decided, screw that, we're going in and we're saving these children because that's what men, good women, like that mom, do. They act. They don't retreat when an 18-year-old coward with a rifle, same type of rifle you have, is sitting there shooting at you. You move forward. Because it could have been 2 to 3 police officers' lives who were lost compared to 19 children. And I'd say that's a pretty fair trade. And again, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And being a police officer who's going to be the first on scene in the school shooting is not for everybody. And I get it. But if you're in that position right now and you're second guessing the fact that you would be the person to go in, maybe you should be second guessing your occupation. Because it may not happen to you, but it's going to happen. There was 29 school shootings between 2010 and 2020 alone. 29. 2.9 per year. 3 school shootings. 50 states, 6% chance that it's in your state. How many major counties? Well, you work in a major county, 6% chance that it happens in your state. Do the math. I'm not going to do it. But there's a likelihood. There's a likelihood that you will be first on scene. And are you going to go in? Because if not, give up your badge, find a new job, and that's okay. What's not okay is sitting outside of a school for 90 minutes while you hear gunshots go off 50 feet from you and know that it's in a classroom full of children and you're sitting outside doing nothing with a rifle in your hands. This article goes on to say, local law enforcement asked 2 teams to wait and then tasked HSI agents with pulling school children out of classroom windows. BORTAC agents waited about 30 minutes and then decided to ignore local law enforcement's request to remain outside, entering the school and neutralizing the gunman. One of the BORTAC agents sustained a graze wound to the head before killing the shooter. 19 students and 2 teachers. at Robb Elementary School, in the deadliest shooting since 2012 shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School, officials identified the gunman as, insert coward's name here, an 18-year-old resident of Uvalde. Local officers waited too long to respond to enter the school and respond to the shooter. Texas Department of Public Safety Director Stephen McGraw told reporters at a press conference on Friday. McGraw said that the on-scene commander at the time of the shooting, Police Chief Peter Arundado, believed that the gunman had barricaded himself without additional threat to children at the school, and that there was time to bring in more officers and equipment for a tactical breach. From the benefit of hindsight, where I am sitting now, of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that, McGraw said. There's your answer. They just told you we should have went in sooner. There's no argument on that. They just said it. Okay, from the benefit of hindsight, it's the wrong decision. Okay, you can't argue that. That was from their mouth. Nobody else is arguing. That's what they said. Okay, they know they should have done something differently. At least this one individual is saying that. Okay, now something even more interesting, which we'll get to in a second. I'll finish out this article with you, but there's something about that police chief that comes up in the following days. 2 days after, we'll find out that he starts to ghost follow-up investigators from other organizations who are trying to question this around him. And then even more interesting things happen right after that.